Hi, I'm Leapfrog. Steven Spielberg, born December 18, 1946 in Cincinnati, Ohio, is an American motion picture director and producer whose diverse films would range from science fiction to notably historical dramas. So, Steven Spielberg, a mind maker, a filmmaker, and a maker of all things that comes with the idea of filmmaking. He is truthfully one of the star-brazen directors of our time, and of yesterday's time as well. With his work countering a lot of other directors, he is truthfully a director that seems to be in the running for one of the best directors of all time. And that means something to him. It means something to us as filmgoers. What does that mean to be a filmmaker that's brazen for the stars? What does that mean to have a different outlook than most people as a director? What does that mean to have an outlook for just one thing, one direction, one going? What does it mean for Steven Spielberg to have this sudden appreciation for what he is, and us to have that appreciation for him as well? What does it mean to be the greatest director of our time? Of our time? Well, let's go into detail.
Quickly, without thinking, who are your top favorite actors of all time? And I don't want you to think, just name off some names.
Okay, so Steven Spielberg holds himself to a standard that's way beyond any other director's standard. That's why he's been able to make many blockbusters over the years, and many memorable films to this day. But the thing is, when it comes down to making a movie, what tools do you need to have to make a movie? You need to have the mind and the wits to have it. You need to have a technical degree to do it, and a massive overtaking of heart to achieve it. Steven Spielberg has all of these things. But what makes him different from all other directors? Well, his extreme success seems to be the overbearing of what I could possibly bring up about him. What does that all mean entirely? The success, the money, the fame, the fortune, or to say fortune. What does that mean entirely? Well, being the director that he is, and the filmmaker that he is, and the producer that he is, and we could also say the philanthropist that he is. What do his movies reflect? And how does it reflect him? Well, movies like Jaws, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, and Schindler's List seem to be one of the greatest movies of all time. Well, one of the greatest movies of all time. And that's saying something. He's had extreme success since his very first project, because he's such an interesting and insightful director. He has crowds of people coming to see his movies, we could even say until now. With his recent movie being West Side Story, and the different things he held as a producer for an overbearing amount of projects that seem to be popular, he's a director for the books, and for the money too, and for notoriety purposes. But here's the thing. What could this possibly mean for you and I? What can we take away from man's success? And how can we relate it to the videos that are going to be ongoing from now? Well, application, of course. So, you want to make a movie. You want to be a ballet dancer. You want to be a cook. You want to be something that holds a lot of notoriety in terms of the life that you live. How can you do that? Well, there's steps up the ladder. Just like everyone else, we got to start somewhere. And just like everyone else, we end somewhere as well. I want to be a great director too. I want to be an animator as well. I want to be a good YouTuber as well. Get a lot of subscribers indeed. But how do I do that? By climbing up the steps to success. You may trip and fall sometimes. As you go up the steps, there's a lot of ways you could slip down and lose your place. But there's never a lost place when you keep going and try hard enough. It's also important to know people as well. Know people in the community of filmmaking. Know people in the community of cooking. Know people in the community of ballet dancing. And to know that, you need to be in the works. You need to do what you can to be in the works of what other people are doing. And how can you do that? Well, with as much practice as you can. See, here's the thing. It's not necessarily about practice. It's not necessarily about knowledge. It's about heart. And how much you're able to put into it. How much passion you have for the project. And, well, how much you're willing to put into that project as well. At the end of the day, take this away. You have a job. And right now you may not make money from it. But if you keep going, and you keep striving to be the best you can at that job, or that dream job that you want, you'll end up being on a train towards success. Thank you for coming to the application. Let's continue forward. Thank you for coming to LogansStory. Thank you for coming to the Steven Spielberg Highlight. There are more highlights in the future, so keep an eye out for those. Also, the mission is 1,000 subscribers. You guys will know how to get there by hitting the share, like, and subscribe button under the screen. Also by hitting that bell and leaving a comment if you can too. Thank you again, and peace.